All right, my name is Josh Methven, and I'm 25, turning 26 this year. I live in Langley, British Columbia. I work currently at Digital Domain and have been employed in various visual effects studios across Vancouver. I think the best part of this job is definitely being rewarded by the end product, producing something that people just like investing their time into, different fandoms, whether it's the Marvel franchise or something else. And it's as a fanboy myself, like it's nice to be part of that production process. I went to Lost Boys School of VFX in 2013 in the fall, and that went until April or so the next year. It was an 8-month course called the FXTD program, and I got a diploma from it. And, the whole idea behind that program was that we learned a software called Houdini and learned the fundamentals of 3D effects in film and television, and learned how to do various types of simulations and things that were very relevant and useful in the industry. And so based on that, we were able to make a demo reel, and using the demo reel, we applied for jobs. And I was part of the first class that actually came out of Lost Boys with that particular certification, and we've been working ever since. So you need a solid demo reel to apply to these studios, and resume is a helpful thing to say you're good with teamwork and this and that, but at the end of the day, a lot of these people are judged by what they have done in the past, and a lot of the times it's a very hard first step out into the first job. It's very difficult to find, and some people have the mentality of being self-taught, in which case if you're very determined, then you can do it. But going to a really good school that's dedicated to training you in a very specific way, then those are the kind of the best places to go to. And coming out with a demo reel that's really solid will help in any scenario get that first job. And once you get that first job, that's kind of the key to keep going. And there's enough spaces in Vancouver to get more jobs after that, but it's just a matter of taking those opportunities when they present themselves and getting that first good demo reel. I think there was a lot of hype around working on Infinity War, and I only worked on it for about 3.5 months or so. It was actually my first project at Digital Domain, which is the studio I'm still with. And the main reason why I stay with that studio is just I love working with the crew and the people on my team and everything, and then also the project and the fandom that surrounds that film. And there was so much hype built up for Infinity War. Like, I feel like it was the most rewarding movie that I've ever worked on. But then also to be working at one of the two staple visual effects houses that actually brought a character like Thanos to life and was actually known after that film for doing that was a great film to say that I was a part of actually making that character look very real by doing his costume and all that stuff. So working on a lot of the close-up shots where you see him very closely, like it's always really cool to say that was in my list of things. I think at the moment I'm on a pretty straight trajectory towards a lead position in the field, so that'll consist of doing what I've always been doing, at least more recently in the CFX department, but I'll be building the rigs to make these costumes come to life. And on top of that, I'll be looking after a small team of people that'll be doing shots with me as the film goes on, and I'll be giving notes on their work, and as we go up from there, perhaps in a couple of years, might be a supervisor or something like that. But it's hard to say. I mean, some people like to stay an artist because you get to work on the shots and not be in meetings all the time. So I think that's something I'd like to do a little longer.